I have breaking news for you. I have the inside scoop. I have the inside baseball on the UFC. And I know exactly what card they will be putting on for UFC 322, which will take place in November at Madison Square Garden. Now, the very few of you who actually watch my videos are going to get an early preview, an early reveal of UFC 322 at Madison Square Garden, New York City. I'm really good friends with the higher ups. I know them. We're buddies. Me and Dana, we've crossed paths here and there. I've seen him do stuff. He's seen me do stuff. And I may have stole a sticky note from a matchmaker, not naming any names, but this is not just a prediction of what the card will be. This is what the card will be, and what I'm about to show you is the UFC 322 main card. We're going to be going through these 5 fights on the main card, and I will be revealing the inside knowledge that I have. So, let's go ahead and get right into it. This is coming straight from the cows, whatever they, what the cow's tit, whatever they say when you're milking a cow. But I will be revealing the UFC 322 card. Now, keep in mind, they could move some things around. Not all of these fights are totally confirmed, but I have the inside scoop. I have the ball knowledge. I know bangers. So let's get right into the video, and I will be the first to reveal the UFC 322 card. For starters, the main card opener will be Adrian Yanez and Peyton Talbot. Now you may be wondering, Caden, C. Noel, how do you know that this will be the main card opener of UFC 322? I have sources. I can't reveal them, okay? I just can't, because then they won't source me anymore. But this will be the UFC 322 main card opener. Now, in my opinion, this is more of a prelim headliner, but very serviceable main card opener. We have the fraud checked himself, Adrian Yanez, versus the so-called fraud checked himself as well, Peyton Talbot. Now, no matter what you think about these two guys and where their career trajectory is heading, this is a sick fight. 2 high-level boxers in the bantamweight division. 2 guys who go in there and keep it on the feet for the most part and have very crisp boxing, going in there and opening up the main card in New York City. Oh, I just burped. But this is a good fight. This is a fight to get excited about. And this is a fight that it'll kind of weed out which guy really is possibly a top 15, top 10. I doubt either of these guys get there, but maybe even top 5 title challenger type of guy in the 135 bantamweight division. And this will open UFC 322 in Madison Square Garden. We'll open the main card. And early preview, early prediction. Honestly, I think I'll take Talbot. I like how he manages distance and uses his jab. And that is what got Yanez beat against Rob Font. And I think Peyton Talbot is a little quicker than Rob Font and a little more powerful. So I could see Peyton Talbot finishing this fight. A little early preview. Because, guys, this is November. And I know already the fights. I just know. And, just go ahead and look at Adrian Yanez's Instagram story. Just go ahead and tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Just go ahead and do that, guys. Go ahead and call me out if you don't think this is real. But yeah, this is a good fight. I would prefer to see this a prelim fight and have even a better main card opener at UFC 322 in Madison Square Garden. However, it's still a great fight. And as you will see, this is a pretty dang good UFC pay-per-view event as we move on. Because this is most definitely real information I'm giving you. This is not fake at all. But yeah, this is a good fight. Moving on. Dude. The feature bout. You're wondering. Caden, see no MMA. This is the feature bout. This is the second fight on the card. You'll see. But this is a great fight. If you go look on Twitter, it's been said that Carlos Prates will not be fighting at UFC Rio. And he is looking to be booked for UFC 322 in November in Madison Square Garden. And he will be taking on Leon Edwards. And if you go look at some things Leon Edwards has said, he said, "Hey, yo, bruv, I'm looking to fight Madison Square Garden, bruv." I'm not good at accents. But this has the making of a very interesting stand-up fight. And I'm looking very much forward to this scrap between Leon Edwards and Carlos Prates. This will be a big, big test for Carlos Prates, and to see if he really has the chops to cut it against top 5 guys in the welterweight division, and to see if his title aspirations are truly there. And this is make or break for Leon Edwards now. Leon Edwards is on a 2-fight skid against 2 wrestlers. He'll get his crack at a pure stand-up guy to see if he still has what it takes to compete against these young up-and-comers in the welterweight division. And this is a big fight for Leon Edwards. When you're right back there and not being disrespected anymore, and you won't be in that conversation of, was he ever that good? And I think this is a very interesting matchup. And my early prediction is that Carlos Prates gets this done. I do think so. And it's mainly just because Leon is on that 2-fight losing streak now. He got severely out-grappled, and that was his demise. But he has not fought a striker like Carlos Prates, someone who's really fast, someone who packs a lot of power, and someone who is very unpredictable. And I think that is going to be a big issue for Leon Edwards, who's really made his checks and cashed them and won the belt in being a sprawl, and not sprawl and brawl, but sprawl and be a technical striker on the feet. You know, that's how he beat Leon. That's how he beat Colby Covington. That's how he beat Kamaru Usman. That's how he got to the title shot, into his title reign in the first place, was being a well-rounded guy who with his technical ability on the feet, besides the last-minute knockout of Kamaru Usman, he was able to defend takedowns and grapple well enough to win decisions on the feet. But Carlos Prates is gonna put it on Leon Edwards at UFC 322 November at Madison Square Garden. That's my cat. He will put it on him. He will. He is gonna do it. And I predict a 3rd-round KO for Carlos Prates. Leon Edwards, his last 2 fights, has wilted very, very badly. He looks like if he gets beat up for more than 10 minutes, he does not want to be in that octagon anymore, which is crazy considering his name value is off the knockout, last-minute comeback, headshot, bang, done, against Kamaru Usman in Salt Lake City, Utah. Now, what a fight. What a second fight on a main card of a pay-per-view. I can't wait for this fight. That's most definitely going to happen at UFC 322. I'm looking forward to this one very much. It's good matchmaking. I was calling for this for the Rio card, but having a big fight like this on a main card in New York City at Madison Square Garden is really cool. And putting a guy like Prates in the spotlight is very, very good promoting. I told him, I was like, hey guys, y'all tell Dana, this guy Prates, he's a star. Get him on the main card of big pay-per-views. That's where you want him. That's where you need him. And that's what they're doing. Because I know that this is most definitely going to happen. This is not false reporting. But yeah, this is a good fight. It's going to be interesting to see how Leon deals with a guy like Carlos, and if Carlos really has that ability to be a top 5 guy. Coming off a win against Jeff Neal, but before that losing to a guy in Ian Gary. I know there's rumors, Ian Gary being on this card, but I've talked to the head honchos. I've talked to them. We're pen pals, and they let me know. They were like, hey, we know nobody cares about your YouTube channel, C-Noel. We know nobody listens to you, so make a video and just, leak the card early. So that's what I did. To the 15 views I will get, I'm going to leak the card early. But this is most definitely going to happen at UFC 322. Very exciting fight. 2 great strikers. 2 guys who are looking to prove themselves in one way or another. Now moving on to the WMMA plug. We are going to have Valentina Shevchenko defend her 125-pound belt against Weili Zhang. Now, there's some rumors on Twitter, or X, the everything app, the Elon paradise. Mackenzie Dern and Verna Jandiroba is apparently fighting for the 125-pound belt. Shout out Mackenzie Dern. If you know, you know. But it's looking like double champion status is completely over, especially after Ilya vacated and Islam has vacated. And it's looking like this is going to be the next fight at 125. A super fight, if you can call it that. No, let's be real, though. For WMMA, this is an exciting fight. This is the fight to make, and they made it. They made it. They for sure. This is most definitely gonna happen at UFC 322. I know, they told me. I seen it on the paper and I seen it with the eyes to the mouth. And this is the next 125-pound title fight, WMMA title fight. And I can actually get pretty excited for this fight because it has a lot of unknown for both of these ladies in this fight. An early prediction, I'm taking Weili Zhang. Valentina has looked old and timid in her last few title defenses, and Weili does not fight like that. I think she will put a pace on Valentina that she has not seen at 125 pounds, and I don't think Valentina will be able to handle it. I think Weili's strength, agility, and athleticism and speed advantage over Valentina is what's going to get it done for her in this fight. Valentina has been leaning on grappling a lot. I think Weili is possibly the better grappler in general. I think she is, especially offensively wise. She has a great defensive wrestling game, and I think she will outpace her, and I think her shots are going to hurt against Valentina. I think especially up a weight class. I don't know, I may not make a big deal at WMMA, but this is a good fight. Champ versus champ. Technically, Weili won't be a champ coming into this fight. Still a big fight, especially for WMMA. You can get excited about this one. Tell your friends. We got a real woman's fight on UFC 322 pay-per-view. And guys, this is only the 3rd fight of the UFC pay-per-view, UFC 322 in November at Madison Square Garden. You're like, wow, if that's the 3rd fight, what's the co-main event, C-Noel? What's the co-main event? What Dana and Hunter Campbell tell you? They told me this. This will be the co-main event of UFC 322 in November at Madison Square Garden. 100% this will be the co-main event. We have Alexandre Pantoja defending his 125-pound strap against Joshua Van. This is a good fight. I know a lot of people were like, yeah, we like Van, but he's going to lose to Pantoja, and I'm kind of in that camp as well. But I think this is going to be a lot more competitive than what people think. And if you go check Joshua Van's X feed, he had a little cryptic message out there that you may not want to believe me. You may say, see, no, you're crazy, man. You don't know anybody. You're some dude in your room at your apartment making stuff up. But I'm not making this up. This is real. This is real breaking news. This is I'm ahead of the curve. I'm ahead. And Alexandre Pantoja will be defending against Joshua Van. I'm very excited for this matchup. Joshua Van he is very good on the feet, man. His boxing is good. We recently seen him take out a guy in Brandon Royval. Brandon Royval is a very good fighter. A very good fighter. Like, pound for pound, I would put him in the top 25, I think, before that Van fight. He is a good fighter. He threw up a good battle against Pantoja, beat Brandon Moreno, and I think this is going to be a really good fight. Early predictions, I'm leaning towards Pantoja. I think that grappling edge is just going to be a big deal against Joshua Van. Honestly, Joshua Van's a little small for flyweight, and we've seen what that looked like against a guy like Charles Johnson, his one loss in the UFC. And I think Pantoja, his reach advantage will help him, and his grappling chops are just hard to beat at the 125-pound weight class. However, man, if those odds are really juicy on Joshua Van, there's a good chance C. Noel will be putting some money on it. But this is an exciting fight. And they know this is one of those fights for the 125-pound weight class. Like, when DJ was champ, compared, like, other weight classes, 125 pounds was down here. And kind of after we got the Cejudo win, and then we went up a little gradually with that Daverson Figueiredo initial run. And then it bumped up quite a bit with the quadrilogy between Figueiredo and Moreno. And now flyweight, especially like for us, real hardcore, real dynamic guys, real crafty vets of the MMA space like us, like C-No. We know like flyweight's probably a little better than most other divisions, but right now to the general public, it's right here. And the UFC knows, and I told them, I was like, guys, put this on a big card because this is the fight that will put the flyweight division even with all other weight classes, because Joshua Van is a brewing star. I'm not going to say superstar, but he is very popular, especially with not even just the hardcores. The general MMA community really likes Joshua Van. And if Joshua Van can pull this upset off at UFC 322, Madison Square Garden, that is a big deal for the company and a huge deal for the weight class. And that's why I told them, and they agreed. You're a smart guy, you're a smart cat, you're a businessman, you're wheeling and dealing. You're about to graduate with a finance degree, dude. You know what you're talking about. This is the co-main event for UFC 322 at Madison Square Garden, one of our biggest events of the year. This is your co-main event. It's an exciting fight, and a fight we want to see as the MMA community. Now, this main event will probably not come as a surprise, but y'all probably know where this is going next, but I'm just confirming it for y'all. I just wanted to let y'all know the early leaked news that I have, the inside baseball, the inside news, the insider trading, because this is most definitely confirmed and not speculation on my part at all. This is not speculatory whatsoever. The main event will be Jack Della Maddalena taking on the former lightweight champion Islam Makhachev at 170 pounds for all the marbles. I am so excited for this fight. I am so excited for JDM to just put it on Islam. He's going to do it for the boys. He's going to put it on him. But no, this is a very exciting fight. It is a very interesting matchup. So many compelling storylines. And this is a star-making opportunity for Jack Della Maddalena. Islam Makhachev, he's probably at peak stardom. This is a big deal for JDM. And early predictions, I think we're going to see JDM get a late finish against Islam Makhachev. He has the wrestling defense chops. Islam, it's going to be I think we're going to see a similar fight with less offensive grappling on Jack's part, but we're going to see a similar fight to that Volk fight between Volk and Makhachev. But I think JDM's going to get this one back for Volk. And this is just a great main event to cap off a great main card that is most definitely confirmed. This is the UFC 322 Madison Square Garden pay-per-view, man. I'm telling y'all, this is what it. I'm just reporting what I've heard and what I've listened to and what I've confirmed as a super reliable source with 13 subscribers on YouTube. Okay, this is leaked news, guys. And this is an amazing main event. I cannot be more pumped for this. Coming out of the 2 pay-per-view month of October, heading into November, Madison Square Garden, MSG, New York. We're going to see this great fight right here. Islam Makhachev moving up for double champ status. Will he be able to make that 15-pound jump and get it done against JDM? I don't think so as of right now. Do a little more studying, a little more film breakdown, but I don't think he can. I don't think he'll do it. Either way, though, it'll be a great, compelling fight, and we're just excited now that CNOL MMA has confirmed our speculations that this is most definitely true and not still speculation. I'm just confirming, guys. I'm confirming what y'all were already thinking, okay? But anyways, I really hope y'all guys enjoyed the video today. I was just so excited today, you know, coming back from the Apex visit I had this weekend. You know, me and Dana, we were talking about the power slap numbers and how how it's already bigger than the country of America already. It's bigger than the country. More people know what power slap is than they know what America, the United States of America is. That's how big it is, guys. The Rock is going to be headlining a power slap here pretty soon. Dwayne Johnson, you know, the Rock, he will be headlining that. Nothing. I didn't say nothing. I'm not leaking any true information. No, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys are enjoying my super accurate and reputable reporting on the UFC, because I have 13 subscribers on YouTube and a couple of videos with 100+ views. So this is reliable information. This is not speculation or just kind of, predicting what the card could possibly be. This is real information that I'm leaking to you because I love you. I love you very much. And yeah, get excited. UFC 322, Madison Square Garden, New York City. This is UFC 322. CNOL came out here first, revealing the pay-per-view to you. And just remember that. Just remember, the next time you're on YouTube and you want to watch some UFC MMA content, just remember CNOL MMA was the first to reveal the UFC 322 pay-per-view card. Just remember that, okay? But thank you. If you've watched this far, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I've appreciated the rise in views I've got recently. Please subscribe. Please like this video. Please comment below about your opinion on this totally 110% true UFC 322 pay-per-view card. Let me know what you think about it, early predictions, and I was going to say if you believe me or not, but I'm a reputable source. So I have so many sources, I'm reputable. But yeah, please like, comment, subscribe to CNOL MMA, my channel. Please do that. It would mean the world to me. If you've watched this far, I love you. And hopefully I'll have another video out within a day or two for you guys. I don't have the inside scoop on UFC 323 yet. I'll let y'all know when I do, of course. But yeah, please like and subscribe. Thank you. Christ is King.